What's up, y'all? It's your boy Markel Rookwood, of course, and welcome to the very first episode of my podcast called Rolling with Creatives. So our special guest that we have today is someone that I've known my whole life, someone that I refer to as my twin because we're both born in the same year. This individual is also my cousin. So for those of you who are watching, I'd like you all to meet my cousin, David McCulloch.
What's up, everybody?
Now, first of all, cuz I appreciate you doing this for me,
My guy.
taking the time in your busy
Yeah.
schedule to do this. It means a lot. So let's just start from the beginning. Like let's hear everything from where you started, like what your interests were from when you were a kid, like sports and so on. So
Yeah, man. First love was soccer. I started playing. I don't remember how early. I think maybe 3 years old. And I remember. Well, I don't remember, but my parents have told me that I didn't have a good experience the first couple of years. Like just not the best environments to be around. But I think it was something that I was naturally good at, and fell in love with it and played it at a decent level. For the first 11 years of my life. Until I think I was about 11 or 12 is when basketball got introduced. It was actually my neighbor who played for another soccer team. His coach was starting a basketball program, Newman Youth Basketball, in Stony Creek to kind of serve the Stony Creek community, because there was Blessed Sacrament, there was Hamilton Wildcats, there was a bunch of teams in Hamilton, but there was nothing in the East End and in the Stony Creek area. And so they started Newman Youth Basketball and only played basketball kind of in the park with friends or at school and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, yo, my soccer coach is starting a rep program. You want to join? Yeah, I'm gonna get to play basketball with my best friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
my neighbor across the street this is gonna be great. And started playing, and again, it was something I was just naturally good at, and fell in love with it immediately. I had a ton of fun. Had a great group of coaches that were there that were just like about teaching and then making sure that we had a great time. Like, that was, I think everybody that was ever a member of those Newman Youth teams would like say, like, they never pushed too hard. Kids never quit because they were getting yelled at or getting, you know what I mean? Like pushed way too hard for that age group. Like, it was all about, we're going to learn super, super basic stuff. We're going to run the most basic offense ever. Like, I think it was literally just like give and goes or one-on-one. Like, that was it. And it was about having fun. And so I played Newman Youth for about 4 or 5 years, I think, until I kind of felt like I was outgrowing that level and made the move to the premier team in Hamilton, which was Blessed Sacrament at the time, and played there for a number of years for a couple different programs, and then yeah, got fortunate enough to play university basketball at Mac. Had a really good high school career too with my high school team at Newman. Won a couple of city championships. Played with a lot of guys that ended up playing post-secondary basketball at the college or university level. And so got the chance to stay home and play at Mac for 5 years, and again had an amazing career and an amazing time. Played for a couple different head coaches, and then yeah, moved on to play professionally.
So you started off playing soccer, which I remember, and I know you remember this too. When we both were, I think, like 5 or 6, and we faced each other. And I kept trying to score, and I couldn't score. But you got the winning goal, and I'm never gonna forget that. I'll always remember that to the day we die. But my thing is, so you were saying earlier that you didn't really, like, you weren't too good at soccer, is what you were saying. But when you made the transition from soccer to basketball, did you like basketball right away more than soccer?
I don't know. I don't think I liked one more than the other.
Yeah.
I think it was I had a great spring summer sport in soccer, and had a great fall winter sport in basketball. And it was perfect. It was just like this perfect separation. But then as you get to a certain age, and the expectations of the like seriousness of it and becoming more year round, soccer that started earlier, and so the expectations for soccer was that I would start to play year round, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah. Like, I was like, I love basketball. It takes up a good amount of my time. I'm enjoying it a ton, and I don't know if I want to give up this in order to play year round soccer. And so I had to make a decision, and I was like, you know what? I'm really enjoying basketball, so let me just stick this out. Yeah. Let me stick it out. Yeah.
And then you also said that you played in high school. So grade 9, obviously.
Yeah.
Let's talk about grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, grade 12. Let's talk about, so when you played grade 9, you played, was a junior?
Yeah.
Okay, and how was that?
It was great. I went to the reason why I went to Newman was to play with a bunch of the kids I played Newman Youth with. So I
Okay.
already knew it was the closest high school to where I lived, and then I knew a bunch of the people that would be coming in grade 9. Played with them
Mhm.
when I was a child, when I was a kid, and I was like, we're gonna have my initial thought was like, we're gonna have such a good like grade 9 basketball team. It's
Yes.
gonna be
Yes.
like Newman Youth reunion. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. And then I get to Newman, and I'm better than most of the guys, and me and another kid, Dan Peterman, were of the better players for our age group, and so we were asked to play junior instead, and we both played junior. And turns out that the grade 10s, so the guys that are a year ahead of me, also had like 3 or 4 really good players,
Okay.
and we ended up having an extremely good team, and we ended up winning the city championship for junior. And I think that was like the first boys basketball championship at Newman in like 20 something years. Like it was a long hiatus of not
Yeah.
performing in
And this
terms
is
of
when you were in
basketball.
grade 9.
This is when I was a grade 9. So we
Holy.
won a junior championship. Again, amazing group. A ton of my still really close friends
Okay.
were on that team. And yeah, we had a special group, and I think it was that 3-4 years. So I think it was 2 years older than me to like a year younger than me, 2 years younger than me maybe. Those age groups had a lot of. It was just an influx of talent in terms of
Mm.
basketball at Newman, and I was very fortunate enough to be a part of that. And yeah, we won a big time city championship at home against Cathedral. Dan Peterman hits a game winner.
You remember like
Oh
it was
my
yesterday
gosh,
so
it was nuts.
vividly.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was nuts. He
Yeah.
hits a fadeaway on the right baseline,
Yeah.
falling out of bounds. Oh my, it
Grade
was
9.
nuts. The crowd goes
Holy.
crazy. They
Wow.
had to take out the back wall and put in bleachers at the back,
Yeah.
filled up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't never seen that many people in the Newman gym for basketball until that day. That
20
game was
years, eh?
that game was
So that
legendary.
must
Yeah.
that's a memorable moment for
Oh
you, of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
So what about grade 10? How'd you guys do in grade 10?
Grade 10, me and again Dan Peterman, we decided to not play junior, so we made the leap to senior. So we
Okay.
played 1 year junior, and then the rest of our time at Newman we played senior. And it was a great year. I think that was one of my very formative years in terms of development,
Okay.
because I was playing against junior. I was playing against my age and a year older.
Mm.
Now I'm in grade 10 playing senior. I'm playing guys my age, some few guys my age that are younger and still pretty good.
Yeah.
A year older, 2 years older, and 3 years older.
Yeah.
So like the age difference and
Of
the
course.
strength difference and
Yeah.
athleticism difference between me and some of these grade
The
13 guards that
competition,
are
right?
so big. So I played well and I had a good
Mhm.
year, but like as a team we did better than a lot of Newman teams in the past. But that was the only year out of my 5 years that I didn't win a championship. Like
Okay.
that was the one year when I was in grade 10. I think we lost to Brebeuf in the first round of the playoffs or something like that.
Okay.
But again, like we had some crazy wins. We beat Henry Carr at the Silver Fox. We hosted the Silver Fox that year. We beat Henry Carr, who was one of the premier teams of the province.
Okay.
Yeah, we played a bunch of really good teams. I played against Kevin Pangos when he was still in high school here, and that was like a crazy wake up call as to how good some of these guys actually are.
Mm.
Yeah, that was a really fun year. Really fun year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Yeah, man.
And then grade 11?
Grade 11
Here we
was
go.
the tipping point of
Yeah.
the era of Newman basketball, man.
Yeah.
That was sick. And even grade 11, like we didn't have a crazy record
Mm.
like during the year. Like we won some really good games and we lost some games. Like it wasn't like we were just this premier talented team that was beating everybody. But we had again like just the culture of Newman basketball was just so, it was underdog still
Mhm.
because we weren't at that, like we weren't winning championships yet consistently, anything like that.
Okay.
But like we knew how good we were, and we
Okay.
had again a bunch of guys who were really good at basketball, and then a bunch of just really good athletes. Like we had one, like I said, mentioned Dan Peterman, who's now playing in the CFL. We had a couple guys that ended up playing professional soccer. We had guys that played university football. We had guys that played university basketball. Like it was just this group of really athletic and hardworking guys.
Yeah.
And so I think we finished the year like maybe a little bit above 500. Like I think we were fourth place out of the 8 teams in the city.
Okay.
And we won a couple games. We go on the road in the semifinals and we beat STM, and then we play at MAC. They had the city championships in Burr's gym at MAC at the time. And we play Cathedral, who's clearly the best team in the city, and we get this crazy upset and we win, and it's the greatest feeling ever. Like that was an intense game. Andrew
Yeah,
Ferguson seals the deal with a free throw at the end of the game. Um, it was nuts, and I was one of the games like I didn't play well. Like
yeah.
I didn't play very well. I think I was super nervous.
Hmm.
Um, I missed a bunch of shots. I had a couple great plays,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it was like didn't play at my best. But again, that team was just special, man.
Special
Special. We
team.
we locked up. I think it was such a low scoring game for a high school game. It was like
Yeah.
in the 40s, I think it was. Like yeah.
Wow.
It was really fun. But that was kind of the start to the Newman basketball era.
Yeah.
Like that was that first win, and then 12 and 13 we back to back, and then
Back to
three-peat,
back.
and it
There you
was
go.
yeah.
Three-peat.
And that grade 12 team was
Yeah.
special. That
Special
was a
team.
special team. Yeah.
You guys killed it that year.
Oh yeah. We had, I think we finished the year 40-7. So we
Damn.
won 40 games, lost 7 games,
Yeah, yeah.
won an OFSA bronze medal.
Okay.
In Windsor, we played in Windsor. We beat Holy Trinity, who was a GHAC team, so they're in the kind of same region as us,
Okay.
out of Oakville.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we lost to them. We lost to them at the All Catholic. We lost to them in Windsor. We lost to them in the GHAC championship, and then we finally played them in the bronze medal game at OFSA, and we finally win, and we finished our year with a bang. And it was
That's it.
yeah.
The
It was
redemption.
It was
Yeah,
amazing,
yeah.
man. Amazing. Yeah, such a fun group. That was I think we played in a couple of really good tournaments in grade 10, grade 11, but that was the first year where we were getting invited to everything. Like it was,
Okay.
we're going to Windsor, and we're going to Toronto, and we're going to this tournament, and Silver Fox, and All Catholic, and all these kind of things
Yeah.
that Newman basketball just wasn't a part of in the past. And so, yeah, that was the, in terms of performance wise,
Hmm.
that was by far the best team I played for in high school. Like that team was incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, so then you should feel special that, because like you said, grade 9, that was what, in 20 years until you guys won a championship, and you played from grade 9 to grade 13 because you went back for victory lap. So to help contribute to such like a remarkable and amazing experience, like how do you feel about that? You should feel great, man.
Yeah. No, it was. I always look back at my high school days with
Yeah,
with like such joy,
yeah,
and I appreciate and I loved how hard we worked as a collective.
mm,
Like that was, and again, it was like we had great, fantastic coaches. So
yeah,
I was coached by a bunch of guys who
yeah, yeah.
are now currently still coaching like professionally,
Okay,
or coached at the university
yeah, yeah,
level, and
yeah.
coached really high level high school club basketball and stuff like that. Like so lucky in the sense that we had a bunch of really knowledgeable coaches who could teach us the game. And then again, super lucky that I had a group of guys that were just like so bought into being as good as we could be.
Hmm.
And so like we had dudes coming in every morning, 6:30 a.m. to get just a bunch of shots up. We would work out in the morning and then practice and compete like crazy in the evenings after school. Um, During the summer, we'd go to, a group of us would go to the Grimsby Y, and
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
work out,
Work out.
and get shots up and play 1-on-1 and play 2-on-2.
Yeah,
Go to the park and play. Like we were just always playing basketball. And then when you're in a group like that, who are so, when you go through so many good times and tough times, and hard grinding sessions, things like that,
of course.
like you get really close with people. And so that's why
You
I said
bond,
like,
right?
oh yeah, like those are some of my best friends in the world.
Of
Like the
course.
guys I played high school basketball with, like those, we were around each other from 6:30 to 7 p.m. every day.
Yeah.
Like morning workouts, hang out in the forum during our lunches, or in class, whatever it is, and then after school we're practicing, and then
Just
we're
play,
good.
just
Yeah, and
grinding
it was
again.
just so much fun. Yeah. Like
Always on the grind.
yeah.
No, that's awesome. And then after you leave Newman. What's the journey look like for you after that?
Yeah, so I had, like I said, I obviously had a pretty good high school career, and
Of course.
had the fortunate opportunity to choose where I wanted to go. Like I had a few schools in Ontario recruiting me. A few of the top teams in the country were recruiting me to come out of high school, and I made the decision to go to Mac, and it was for a lot of reasons. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't just basketball; it was the school part. It was being close to home. It was
Yeah.
a lot of different reasons why I decided to go to Mac. And I don't regret it at all. It's a phenomenal time. Like I didn't end up having the team success that I thought I was gonna have. For a plethora of reasons. Like, but I loved every second of my time at Mac. It's a great school. Mac has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. I
Yeah.
remember going to Mac basketball camps and when I was younger and looking up to the older players when they're on the team and I'm in grade 4 or 5 or whatever
Yeah,
it is,
yeah,
and I'm looking
yeah.
up to these guys and being a part of such a historic program and that has meant so much to the Hamilton community. Um, Being a part of that for 5 years was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
yeah,
great time.
yeah,
You enjoyed every minute of it.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I even remember watching you come play a few games, man. You were, bro. Every time you were shooting that ball, it was going in, bro. Like it was good times,
I
man.
didn't get good at that until I was in my last couple years, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I couldn't. Oh no, that was one of my huge weak points was that I couldn't shoot the ball, and then I got. Uh, I think yeah, basically my 4th year is
yeah.
when it started to kind of click.
So what did you have to do to improve your shooting? I want to hear about it.
Ton of work, and I was just talking about this with somebody the other day actually. I and I think it's a problem with a lot of young kids, and I think it's a problem with a lot of the overcoaching at those age groups.
Okay.
Is that I thought I was actually like I'm younger. I'm a good basketball player, and
Yeah, yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
decent shooter. Like I
Of
can shoot
course.
better than a lot of guys.
No, 100%.
But whether it was me, and again I don't exactly remember, but I know it was influences from everywhere. Whether it's a
Yeah.
coach, whether it's a parent, or whether something is like I can shoot pretty well, but in order for me to shoot better, this is what you got to change.
Yeah.
And then I would change it, and it would start to work a little bit, and then it would kind of decrease, and I wouldn't see success. And then either myself, and I blame myself a ton for it, but then again, outside influences
Taking
are like,
accountability. That's good.
here
That's
you're
good.
gonna no, there was like you're gonna change it again. So here's what you did wrong now. Now you got to change it again.
Oh, okay.
And then now you got to change it again. Now you got to change it again. So honestly, like when I was that man, I was changing my shot damn near every 2 weeks. Like I was like, I gotta do that. I gotta shoot it from higher. I gotta shoot with my elbow out because I saw a video about someone shooting with the elbow out. Now I gotta shoot my elbow way in. Now I gotta shoot it higher. Now I gotta hold it for a little bit longer. Now I gotta do it. And it would just change. And when you change it so much, you never develop any consistency with it. You never get used to it.
100%.
And so literally until my 4th year of university where I was like, I'm just gonna shoot it how I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let it go and have it as effortless as I possibly can.
Kind of see what happens. Right?
And spend a summer just shooting. Like
okay.
3rd to 4th year was literally nonstop. I was putting up a ridiculous amount of shots every day and just really ironing out a shot. And this is what I'm gonna. Yeah, this is what I'm. This is how I shoot. This is how I shoot. I don't care if I have a cold day. I'm gonna shoot the same way the next day. I don't care if I have a great day. I'm gonna shoot the same way the next day. And
okay,
it works out. And I think that's a big issue with a lot of kids have a tendency to change their shot because they don't see success for a certain period of time, and they go from there. But I think a lot of the time it is influenced from coaches too. Like it's like if it works for a kid, it works, and let them do it. And now you see the difference in a lot of these guys in the NBA. Like you see a Tyrese Halliburton who has a what people would say is a funky jump shot.
Yeah.
And he's incredible with it.
Yeah.
And it's like
it works for him, right?
Yeah, and I remember hearing, I think it was Steve Kerr, an interview about Steve Kerr when they had a workout with Golden State, and he said that because I think he knew that he was gonna go before Golden State had the pick.
Of course.
And he said one of the big things is I hope they don't change your shot. He told him, he said, I hope they don't change your shot. I hope they don't, because that's a huge thing in the NBA. Even like guys come in with good jump shots out of college, and some coach thinks they need to shoot this exact way because that's the quote unquote ideal form, and then it ruins them, and they never get it back, and it's because they've been drilled in to shoot a way that their body biomechanically just doesn't work for them.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of my thing, was like I was shooting a ton of ways that my body just wasn't cooperating with. Like I wasn't a jump shooter. Like I wasn't a get up and high release and Ray Allen type shot. Like it wasn't me. I was a lot more like I don't have to jump very much, and it's a lot lower set point than a lot of coaches might like, but it worked for me, and it helped me take a huge jump from my 3rd to my 4th to my 5th year. So
no, I get that, and I'm glad that you put in the effort, man.
Yeah.
Around your 3rd, 4th year, that's when I find you had it all polished.
Yeah,
and I can relate to that too, because even like I remember like like always doing kickboxing and hitting the bag. And I remember every time I would kick the bag, I always felt more comfortable kicking it like with like my foot. Yeah. And I remember like one of my coaches would be like, no, you got to kick it with your shin, and I'm just like, kicking my shin, like that feels weird and
Mm-hmm.
that feels awkward. So, so when I tried kicking my shin, like I felt like the power wasn't there.
Yeah.
Realistically, a lot of people kick like that, but
Yeah.
it's like for me, it didn't work for
Yeah,
me
yeah,
necessarily, right?
yeah.
So then every time I'd focus on doing my shin, I'd automatically go right back to my foot, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of that balance where it's like, okay, like how can I do what I'm comfortable doing, but also do what they want me to do as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
right? And it was kind of hard to kind of navigate that
yeah.
until I just said, you know what? It goes back to what you said. I'm just gonna have to focus one summer on just doing it this way and then
Mhm.
see where it gets me. And then, long story short, it ended up being fine,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's stuff like that. Um, so after, so you finished Mac. How long did you go there for?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
after you finished Mac, because I could imagine. Actually, I don't want to make an assumption. Did you have dreams of ever going to NBA?
Oh yeah, but man, those dreams, I squashed those dreams early. I knew I wasn't.
Yeah.
I knew I was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was, and I think that's one thing. Like I've always been pretty realistic,
Yeah.
maybe to a detriment.
Yeah.
Like I
Okay.
think maybe I didn't push myself as far as I could because I was like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then that's never the case for the people that actually do accomplish those goals. Like you
Mm.
have to kind of dream outside of your comfort zone and be a little delusional.
So do you think like, again, like I've watched you play basketball like our whole lives, like you're like when you're killing it, you're killing it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
But my thing is, do you think if you were to go back in time and say, you know what, let me not think realistic, let me think outside the box, let me, you know, like manifest this and put everything into this, do you think you would have had a chance?
I don't know. I don't think so. I still
Yeah.
don't think so. And I think
Yeah.
that for a million reasons, like
Mhm.
basketball is a game it's a sport for freaks. Like
Yeah.
it's a sport for people that are just unnaturally athletic and
Yeah.
tall and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
long
Yeah.
and things like
Yeah.
that. And I'm slightly above average in height. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
6'2",
Okay.
and my wingspan is 6'2". Like it's
Okay.
nothing special like that. And I
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
definitely am not a crazy athlete in terms of my vertical leap and my quickness and all that kind of stuff. So I would have had to become extraordinarily skilled.
Okay.
And I think I worked pretty damn hard.
Of
Like
course.
I did work pretty damn hard.
100%.
Maybe not as absolutely hard, but like I worked a lot harder than a lot of people, and I know that. And there's zero regrets in terms of my work ethic,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
at my younger age group. So I don't think that would have changed, but I was glad. Like I got to a point where I wanted to get to, and I accomplished a lot of things.
You played at Mac, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I got played at Mac.
Again, you also grade 9 first championship.
Yeah,
Grade
man.
10, you
A
said,
lot
you know
of
what?
things.
I'm not playing junior. I'm skipping straight to senior. Like again, playing to people our age, a year older, 2 years, 3 years older, and you were still in there showing them how good you could be.
Yeah, man.
And how good you were, right? So
Yeah,
like that's a big accomplishment,
Yeah,
man. You
man.
know, like that's something that you deserve that, man. But hard work pays off.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, always. It pays off in one way or another. It might
Yeah.
not be the exact job or the exact amount of money or the exact thing, but it always pays off in some way.
No, you deserve that. I'm proud of you for that, cuz so after Mac, what happens?
Like I said, have a good last couple of years, and again, extremely fortunate enough to get the opportunity to play professionally, and it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity that doesn't come to everybody, and I'm glad to see so many guys now from the U Sports, like from U Sports schools that are getting chances to play professionally. The CEBL is a great league for guys to get the chance to even play and be a part of a professional organization, then go back to school, and then hopefully after they graduate, then they have a little bit more experience, a little more things on the resume to make the jump to a professional team. But yeah, I got super lucky that one team in Spain wanted to sign me, and it was in
Spain.
Yeah, it was in August. I was actually at Oshiega, the music festival, and I'm sitting on the subway, and we're about to head over there, and my girlfriend's beside me, and my agent calls me, and he says, "Yeah, this team wants to sign you, and I'm gonna send you the contract." And one of the big stipulations was that I had to get my Jamaican passport, and we were already in the process of that, and I think I ended up getting it like not too long after I signed the contract. But yeah, that was a surreal feeling. Like it was something that I wanted to do for as long as I can remember, was to play professionally.
Yeah.
And get the chance, and I go over to Spain in that September and have a phenomenal time for that. Yeah.
Tell me about the difference in competition over there, man. Now you played in high school, you then went to university, and now you're playing professional basketball.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. I want to hear it.
I think people like U Sports basketball is very good. Like it's
Okay.
very good basketball, and a lot of guys that are playing in youth sports like either have extremely good professional careers where they're playing at damn near the highest level outside of the NBA. Like there's a bunch of guys that I played against that are in their 10th year of playing professionally, and they're playing in the highest levels in Spain, and they're playing in the and they're
You're
playing
good.
in the Euro Cup and playing in this and playing for their national teams, their respective national teams, and all that kind of stuff. And so the jump wasn't as drastic as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
It's very different.
Yeah.
Um, People are bigger. It's a different style of basketball in a lot of senses, but I adapted pretty quickly.
Okay.
Um,
What about the language barrier?
Language barrier is huge.
Yeah.
That's like it's a lot of the lifestyle changes that are the
Hmm.
biggest adjustments. Like in
Yeah.
basketball, is basketball, even if it is a different style. Like it's the same rules and
Yeah.
it's the same game, and you know the goal is to put the ball in a hoop, and you know
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
goal is to stop the other team from putting the ball. Like that stuff. If you're well coached and you have the knowledge and some of the experience, and you've seen a lot of the scenarios that you get put into
Okay.
before you get to that level, then you're gonna adapt a lot better. Because
Okay.
the one big thing, another huge difference about that is like it's professional, it's a contract, and it's an investment that these teams and organizations are putting into you. So it's like if you're not producing, you're not performing, it's on to the next. Like
Yeah.
we'll get you a plane ticket, and you go back home, and I'll get you. We'll sign somebody else.
100%.
And so like in terms of high school and college, where it's a lot about development, like professional sports is about performance. Like there's nothing else to it. Like it's just about how can we put wins? How can we get this team to win? And the organization's goal is to do that, and the coach's goal is to do that. And if you're not helping that, then we'll find somebody else who will. So like the language barrier and then that kind of pressure are the two probably biggest things
Okay.
that were a little bit of a difference. But I was super fortunate. I had a couple really great American teammates that I lived with that made life a lot better and a lot funner.
Yeah.
And then the team I was with was incredible. Like it
Okay.
was like
All nice guys.
like the team was all a bunch of extremely nice guys.
Okay.
Like very welcoming,
Yeah.
super young. Like I was in my first year and I was middle of the pack in terms of age.
Okay.
Like a lot of guys that were still younger than me, who were super hungry, super competitive, but again, like just great guys who wanted to when we became friends and we
Yeah.
hung out with each other. And
Just
it was
overall, just
yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
people.
It was yeah, overall really good people.
Yeah.
But like the competition and everything like that, it was really good and but it wasn't like this massive jump.
Yeah.
It's a lot of guys. The big thing about is that everybody knows the game really well. It's
Okay.
like you don't play against many what you would say like dumb basketball players.
Hmm. Hmm.
When you get to that level, it's like a lot of
The
guys are just
IQ's there.
yeah, the IQ and the way they play the game, especially in a lot of these European places,
Yeah.
is different, and it's some would say better, in terms of the style and stuff like that. But yeah, it was really good.
So you would definitely say that was one of your dreams that you accomplished.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
And when you left, because I remember, because that would have been, what year was that? 2019.
I left. Yeah, so I finished my University of Korea in 2019. Went over there in September 2019.
And you were
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
for how long again?
6 or 7 months, because then unfortunately the season ends with pandemic. Right,
Mm.
March 2020 hits and the world shuts down, and of course Spain. It was like basically China, Italy, Spain were
Yeah.
like the three countries that kind of got hit the earliest
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
in terms of COVID-19. So that's where we were. Second half of the season, the way that league worked was a little different in terms of how playoffs happened. Like it was like
Okay.
there was a first half, and then you would kind of reshuffle the league and then play a second half. Um, and we were doing really well in the second half. We won our first, I think, 3 or 4 games. We were on pace to be one of the final couple playoff teams.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And to finish the league, and then like we're gonna play this team, and you hear the news and you hear the rumblings and all this kind of stuff, and you hear that Italy's getting hit really hard. I remember I had a teammate who in December, like this is way before, in December was like, "Yo, we're gonna get hit with this thing." He's like, "I've been reading about it. I've heard about this thing in China." He's like, "It's coming. I promise you, it's coming." And we're all like, "Oh, man, yeah, bro, it's wrong with this
Promising.
guy,
That's
bro.
a
What are you
strong
talking about,
word,
man? Yeah,
man. Yeah.
what are you
Yeah.
talking about, man? You're wilding."
Yeah.
Lo and behold, a few months later, Boom.
came.
So yeah, we're gonna play a game, and they I think the first step was like, okay, we get brought in. They're like, okay, we're gonna play the game without fans. Like they just want to keep everybody safe, so there's not gonna be any fans in this game. Well, okay, that's kind of weird, but okay.
And how was that?
Well, no, next day they're like, okay, never mind, game is canceled, postponed. We're gonna move it to another day because we want to think because everyone thought that this thing was gonna get sorted out really quickly.
Yeah.
Next day, they're like, season's done. Like it was boom, 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 like so
In the
fast.
span of like
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
three
yeah.
days.
It's 2 or 3 days. They canceled the season. It was still a question mark. Like I ended up coming home before the league officially decided, but it was still a question mark of like whether it was just gonna be a postponement or a full cancellation. I remember one of our coaches was really adamant on us staying, like me, myself, and the other Americans was like, just guys, just stay. It'll be over in a couple weeks, and then we were like, we're not taking a chance. We're not getting stuck here. We're not gonna be in Spain, not playing basketball, not practicing, not doing anything for who knows how long.
And not to mention, like you said, you don't want to be stuck there. Like your family's back here.
Yeah,
Everyone you care
exactly,
about's over
exactly.
here, and you're already halfway across the world, right? And
Yeah,
to sit there and have to
exactly.
stay there for so long, not playing the sport you love,
Yeah.
not practicing, doing what you love to do. It's just like, what are you doing during that time, right?
Yeah, man. It was wild. It was a wild transition.
Yeah.
But ended up coming home, season ended up getting canceled. And then I was the COVID life, and we all remember the COVID life where
We all remember the
I was
COVID
hooping
life.
at the park down the street and trying to work out and trying my best to stay in shape. And it's just hard to do when you don't have a real end in sight.
Yeah.
Where it's like I have no idea if this is gonna go on for
There's
another
like no
year. And
regimen no more,
there's no
right?
regimen. There's no gym access. There's no practices. There's no weightlifting because the gyms are closed. It's like push-ups and runs, like running and going to the park and trying to work out by myself. Like that was literally my life for that summer, which was not fun. And I know it didn't help my mental health, my physical health. It was rough. Yeah.
So then after COVID, well, COVID lasted a long time, as we all know. So after COVID, kind of, we're starting to get some answers. Okay, you can start to go to the movies again. You can start to work out. You can start to go to restaurants, etc. Did your agent ever reach back out to you and say, hey, like, this was happening in Spain?
Yeah. So I ended up getting another contract. So they planned on having the season for the next season. So the 2020-21 season it would have been. I ended up getting another contract to go to another team. I end up taking it. I leave in September and I go down there, and this is like peak COVID in Spain. So this is like you see the news and it's 30,000 cases a day, and this is closed, and there's these restrictions and all this kind of stuff. And I go over there,
so that's 6 feet
and
apart, right?
and it just wasn't a great experience. And so I went over there, and it was a good group of guys. Like it wasn't anything against the team or anything against the organization. It was just like it wasn't a good time for me personally to be this far away from my home, my family. Like I know a lot of guys, I know a lot of friends, I know a lot of people that went over and played overseas that year and had a great time and all that kind of stuff. But for me personally, like the hit, COVID messed me up. And that time was rough, like for me. So being that far away from my family and that far away from home was just like, so I was there for a couple months, and then I was just like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I was having some real deal mental health problems. I was having panic attacks. I was getting really anxious. I ended up getting sick over there, and it was it just wasn't a great experience for me. So I ended up coming back home. I think in maybe November or December, I forget exactly when. And then now it was COVID life, but I was at least with my family, and that was
to keep you at peace.
Huge for me. Huge for me.
Okay. So then you return home, but you're not playing again. What happens after that?
Yeah. So I gotta make money somehow. So I start working some warehouse jobs. I actually get my agent actually reaches back out and says another team in France is interested in signing me for the next year. And so I'm like, okay, I got to think about this. At the same time, Mac has a black graduate internship program. So it's a internship program in the athletic department at McMaster that is for like recent graduates that identify as black. And so I'm like, let me see what this is about. So I apply for it. I get the internship, and then that's when my agent reached out and said another team is interested in
But
you.
at the same time, eh?
So I've got to decide now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
do
yeah.
I go
Deciding
back? I
factor, right?
haven't played basketball in 7 months.
At that point, okay.
I'm ridiculously out of shape. It's still COVID. Like, it's still depend. Like, it's not as restrictive.
Yeah, as severe
It's
as it
not as
was.
restrictive. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's a lot more things going on,
Okay.
but I have to make that decision. And my decision, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna try this internship. I'm gonna see what it's about. It's a year long. I know I'm still gonna be home. And I can kind of test my waters into what is next for me after this. Because again, like, I know I was a pretty good basketball player. I wasn't gonna be a guy that was gonna be rich playing basketball. You know what I mean?
So when you
So
had to sorry to interrupt you, because when you had to make that, you have that deciding factor when you're saying, let me try this internship out for the year. Was that one of the hardest like decisions you had to make in your life due to the love that you have for basketball?
yeah, it was really hard. It wasn't as hard
Mm-hmm.
because, again, for me, like, maybe too realistic. I was like, I am gonna go over there and I'm gonna suck. Like, that's what I was like.
That's what you're
Oh
saying.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you
I'm
just
like,
bitch.
it's been
Yeah, yeah,
7 months.
yeah.
I literally haven't touched the
Okay.
basketball in 7 months. Like
Okay.
it was November to probably even longer than 7 months. Like, yeah, like, it was a really long time.
Yeah.
It was November to August that I never played. Like, I didn't touch a basketball,
So
and I'm
that
like,
phenomenal shot you
am I
had,
gonna? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it wasn't there no more.
Yeah, and I was like, I was gonna go over there, and I
Yeah.
was gonna probably not be very good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I was maybe gonna be absolutely miserable again.
Fair enough.
Like,
Why
so
put yourself through that
I'm
again,
looking,
right?
yeah, yeah, I'm looking through these things, and I'm like, do I put myself through that again?
Mm. I
Um,
guess you could see the bigger picture,
yeah,
right?
yeah, or do I test the waters and see
Yeah.
what's next for me?
Mm-hmm.
And so I apply for this internship program, and I get it, and I
Oh,
get the opportunity to work in the athletic department for um, a good amount of time. My contract actually got extended a little bit because
okay.
of for a number of reasons, but so I got to do an internship for a year and a half, basically more than a year and a half. So yeah, that ended up being a good decision.
So after you graduate Mac, you go right back, killing it with the internship, and then you get the extension,
Mm-hmm.
and you're enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So what happens after that?
Yeah, so I finished my internship, I guess, May 2023. So my main role was to coach
Mm-hmm.
with the basketball team, and
Yeah.
again, I had a great relationship with the head coach because he was my head coach for my last 2 years.
When you were playing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he
Okay.
was my head coach for my last 2 years. So I start with him. Thank him for a ton. PT, he helped me start my pro career. He helped me do a ton of that. Like, start my heart now, helped me start my coaching career.
Yeah.
Um,
Which you love.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I fell in love with the media. And again, it was coaching wasn't something that I knew I wanted to do. Like, it was
Yeah.
something that I was interested in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And from
You didn't intend
the
on
summer
doing that.
camps that I did, and from this kind of
Yeah.
thing, I
Yeah.
felt
Yeah.
I was decent at it. I had a
Mm-hmm.
feel for it. And so I was like, you know what? Let me try this out. Let me see it's still, again, it's something that I love the game of basketball.
Yeah.
So it's still involved with the game.
Of course.
Just in a different way.
Absolutely.
And then it's at a place that I'm familiar with, and I have a good relationship with the coach, and it's not this brand new thing. And so PT gives me some decent responsibilities, and helps me grow as a coach, and I learn a ton, and I have a great time, and I'm there for those 2 seasons, so that year and a half. And then my contract ends, and I still want to coach, obviously. And then one of the coaches that I coached with, he like was one that helped out at Mac, John Bennett.
Okay.
He coached with the Raptors for, I think it was 9 seasons.
Okay. It's
He was,
big league,
yeah.
big leagues.
He was in the G League. He did a lot of stuff, and he had a lot of experience at a really high level.
Okay.
And me and him developed a really good relationship. He's one of my really good friends now.
Okay. That's awesome. It's crazy how things
Yeah,
happen,
yeah.
eh?
And he ends up getting the opportunity to coach in Taiwan.
Okay.
At the end of, I guess it was at the end of May, or no, it was the end of March. End of March. So this is even before my internship ends.
Okay.
End of March, for like the last third of the season for this team in Taiwan. And so he asks a few people who can't make it, and then he asks me, and I'm like, I would love to, but let me just check with you. And I ever talk to my mom, talk to my girlfriend, talk to my everyone was just like, yo, you gotta go. Like, that's not even a question. Like, this is a once in a lifetime thing. This
Once
doesn't
in a
happen to everybody.
lifetime.
Like, you have to take this. Like, it's going to be, you're going to, no matter what, good or bad experience, it's going to be an experience, and you're going to get something from it.
Absolutely.
And so,
so now we're flying off to Taiwan.
Yeah. So like 2 days, he asked me, and then 2 days later we're on a plane. Like,
Gone.
it was quick. Yeah. And so we go to Taiwan, and we end up coaching for the last 5 weeks. I think it was the last 9 or 10 games of the year. And we do horrendously. We win our first game, and we lose the rest. And it was so much fun, man. Like, it was, again, a great group of guys. Like a language barrier, again, is probably even bigger than it was when I was in Spain.
Yeah.
Just because, like, Mandarin and English are so different. Like, Spanish and English, there's a lot of similarities, and there's some words that sound the same, but Mandarin and English there's nothing in common with those languages. And so, yeah, I have a phenomenal time in
Taiwan.
Yeah.
So when you're over in Taiwan, is there any like known players that anybody that watches basketball would know?
Yeah.
You got to coach down there?
Yeah. So I obviously, like, when JB asked me, like, he tells me the team, and obviously do my research, and I look up the team, and it's in the T1 league in Taiwan. And lo and behold, Dwight Howard is on the team.
Dwight
Howard's on the team. And this is like wild stuff. Like kind of like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Surreal moment.
Yeah. And so go over there, and I got to coach a now Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
For 9 games. Like, it wasn't a big 9 games and 20 practices. Like, it wasn't a
and
crazy
how
thing.
was he as an individual?
Yeah, he was good, man. He was cool. He's funny. Yeah, he's funny, and this is obviously Dwight when he's at the later end of the later stages of his career.
Just having
so
fun.
his body is kind of wearing down a little bit, but one of the things about him, and I know I think it was from the first game, I was like, you can tell he doesn't have as quick of a step. He can't jump as high as he used to, but he was so in shape. Like, it was ridiculous. That dude was playing. We were playing him a ton, obviously. Yeah. And he just never looked tired. Like, never looked tired.
Just
and
conditioned.
So yeah. Like, he was a great guy to coach. It was a ton of fun. Yeah. And it was just something that's like, it's just super cool to be around, because I'm of the age where, like, I grow up watching. It wasn't like he's even just like a couple years older than me. Like, this is a guy that I grew up watching. I grew up 2009, and he's in the championship, and he's playing against Kobe and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Or 2010, whatever year that was. Like, it was, surreal, man. Crazy. Yeah.
And like the family said, once in a lifetime moment.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
You deserve that. So after Taiwan, you did what you had to do, the 9 games, 20 practices. You guys come back, and then what goes on after that? Now you're back home.
Yeah. So I end up, like, I got to kind of figure some things out. So, I'm super lucky in the internship where I'm coaching, and it's a full-time job, and I'm getting full-time salary.
Okay.
Like, which is rare in Canada for sure.
Really?
In Ontario, like, coaching jobs are not, unless you're coaching at a university or now like some of these professional teams, and maybe some of these some of these high school teams.
Of course.
You're not making full-time salary. Like, you have to have another job, and then you're coaching kind of on the side, and you're getting paid a few thousand, or you're volunteering.
Okay.
So I got the opportunity to coach at Mac as a full-time job for 2 seasons. But then my contract ends, and now I got to find something to do. And so I start working at BGC Hamilton Halton, which is a recreation center here in Hamilton. And that was like, I was there for 14 months, so a year and a bit. And that place is so special. Yeah. Like, it's an amazing, amazing place. The staff there are incredible. The kids there, special places. I still go back and visit every day, around once a month. I see some of the kids, see some of the staff that I worked with. Like, that place is incredible. So I was there.
Where you come from, man.
Oh yeah. Like, that place is extremely special. They do a lot of special things. Really special community down there as well. And then I guess it's June, July of last year, and
2024.
Laurier University, so another school in the OUA, they get a lead assistant coaching job opening, so they actually create the job. They never had a full-time lead assistant before.
Okay.
And fortunately, PT and the head coach there, Justin Suarez, were really close, and me and Justin also had some sort of relationship, because he recruited me out of high school. So he was at Ottawa when I was in high school as a lead assistant there. And so he recruited me when I was in high school, and so we got to know each other a little bit. And we kind of kept in somewhat contact throughout the years. Like when he was at Ottawa and Laurier, it was just always like post game, just saying what's up and just saying like how are you kind of thing, like little conversations here.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
anything
yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
but we kept in touch. And this opportunity opens up, and I apply for it, and I get this job. And so yeah, so I get the lead assistant job at Laurier as a full-time coach, and then that's where I'm at right now. And so
Yeah.
I just finished my first season there.
Congrats.
Another phenomenal group of guys
Yeah, yeah,
at a
yeah.
phenomenal place. They're really trying to really grow the athletic department and create more of a high performance environment for a lot of teams. Like it was the men's basketball team got a lead assistant job, the women's basketball team did, and then both hockey teams did. So
Okay.
they invested, and that's a big
Yeah,
investment
yeah,
in terms
yeah.
of financially, right? Like that's a
100%.
lot of money that the department is now paying
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
different people
Okay.
to start coaches. So you can tell like just on that alone, like, and then they've created a bunch of new jobs even since then. Like like Laurier is really looking to build their university varsity teams
Okay.
and trying to make it a real high performance
Yeah,
environment
yeah,
there. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
No, that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
And you're loving it over there.
Oh yeah. It's been fantastic. Been
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah.
So to go all the way back, so you literally started playing soccer. Didn't want to play soccer no more. Then we go to basketball. And your best friends from across the streets playing basketball. You're having a great time with all these amazing individuals. You then go into high school, grade 9, win the championship, which hadn't been done in like 20 years. Then you go into grade 10. You're playing senior now. Grade 10 was a good year, like you were saying. Grade 11, grade 12, and then victory lap. So three-peat, you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Did all that. Then obviously you had options. You had like some of the top schools in Ontario recruiting you. You make the nice choice to go to McMaster, of course, which you have no regrets.
No,
Killed it for
Yeah,
5 years.
loved it. Yeah.
And obviously, because I know this, and obviously I have to bring this up because it's a big accomplishment. You also are one of the 3 people at Mac, right? Like the what was it, that the pitcher?
Oh yeah. So yeah, super cool. That was like 2 years after I graduated,
Yeah,
and they
yeah, yeah,
decided to do something in the coach's wall,
yeah,
like in the coach's hallway,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they made like kind of, I don't know, they just call it a mural
Mm-hmm.
or like just a bunch of pictures
Yeah,
of different athletes
yeah.
from some of the sports
Okay.
that from the last, I don't know, 30 or 40 years, and
Yeah.
I happened to be one of the 3 men's basketball players, which is super cool. I remember one of my former teammates sent me a picture. I don't know, that's crazy.
There we go. One of the
That's super
3.
duper cool. Yeah. Just a cool
One
thing
of
to
the
walk
3.
by.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do that. And then again, you go back to being, like you said, you're being realistic, right? You go play pro. Had a great first year, and then you come back, you go back again, and obviously you have to deal with a lot of negative things that happened due to COVID, which I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Mm.
You come back, you're thinking, what am I gonna do? This internship gets brought up. Then at the same time, your agent's saying you want to come play in France. You're making you have to decide. You take a chance, do the internship, and now you look at everything. Now look after the internship to doing all that, and then working where you worked, and now you're at Laurier. Look at all that, and it all started with basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you stopped playing basketball, which was probably hard as I can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're still involved with the sport that
Yep.
you've always loved,
Yep.
and you just stop completely, and then look at all the doors that open.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that? How does it make you feel,
Good, man. Yeah. It's life happens in some interesting ways, and as long as you, I think a huge part of the reason why I'm in the position I'm in right now is because you treat people with respect, and you're kind, and you work hard, and when in the positions that you're in, and like those things matter like a lot.
100%.
And like you I remember one of my old high school coaches, I remember these, like, it was specifically about basketball, but he was like, every time you step on the court, it's an audition. Like, you don't know who's in the stands, you don't know who's watching. And that was just for the small thing of like trying to be a high school player going to play university. Like, you don't know which university coach is in the stands. And if you act a certain way, then maybe that, or if you play a certain way, like all this kind of stuff. But it's just like in general, like the small conversations that you have with people, like you never know where those things go. And I think if I was a not a kind person to Justin Ceres, who was the coach at Laurier, if I was a disrespectful kid, like I don't think I'm in the conversation of being a lead assistant at Mac. If I was my last 2 years with PT, if I was didn't work hard, and I slacked off, and I was again like disrespectful, and I did
Mm-hmm.
all that kind of stuff. Like I don't think he takes me, or maybe he does take me as his assistant, but
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not
yeah,
pushing me and giving me responsibilities that
yeah.
I end up having in my first season.
No,
So
100%.
a lot of those things, yeah, they end up working out in some way, but it's the little things that's like
Those things that
just
count,
being a good,
right?
yeah, just
Yeah,
being a good person and
just
working
being
hard.
nice and
Yeah,
kind,
yeah,
just showing
yeah,
your
yeah,
respect, and then it goes a long way.
yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's awesome. I love that for you. So I do want to finish off with two questions though. I have
Mm.
to ask you that. So the first question is there ever a point in your life where you felt like you hit rock bottom? If so, what did you do to overcome that and bounce back?
Hmm. Yeah, I would say the lowest point was probably that coming back home from my second year, because it was a lot of like, obviously I had the things that I was going through
Mm-hmm.
when I was over there,
Yeah, yeah.
but then it was like a lot of like, and again, it's easy to say not to do it, but I think everybody does. Like, what are people gonna think?
Yeah.
Like I'm letting my family down, I'm letting
Mm-hmm.
my friends down,
That's what you
who
felt,
think,
right?
yeah. So that short period of when I was there
Mm-hmm.
in Spain that second season to the first couple months when I was back home, like really hard, really hard.
Of
Like
course.
COVID in general,
Yeah.
not being able to see my family whenever I wanted to,
Of
not being able to see
course.
my friends whenever I wanted to, not
Yeah,
being able
yeah.
to live daily life. It affected everybody, but like
100%.
it was that was tough. But then that decision to kind of take the next step in my journey
Mm-hmm.
and let go of something that's been a part of my life for since I was 11, like
Yeah.
was something I've been doing for every day for the last 12, 13 years of my life. Like
Yeah.
extremely hard, but
Of course.
I'm so lucky to have some amazing people around me, and an amazing family and amazing friends that supported me and reassured me that I wasn't less than because of the
Yeah.
decision I made. So
And it's
yeah,
all the support that kind of made you kind of overcome it and bounce back and
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
go back to reality. Like, you know what? Even though this is something that's been a part of me for 12, 13 years, I know I'm going to be okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
And the second question, what is a huge accomplishment that you are still so proud of till this day?
Oh, like it's a good amount, man. I did
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
I've had
yeah,
some. I've done some great things, man. I've done
yeah,
some great
yeah,
things. I think the big thing is like, um, being able to I think being able to play professionally. I think
yeah.
that's one of the yeah.
Definitely up there.
That's one of the great things that
Yeah.
I was able to do. Like it was a dream of mine for a long time. Like specifically, like I want to play overseas because again, like
Okay.
I said, I knew I wasn't going to the league from when I was in like grade 7. I
You
was
gave
like,
it up.
brother, I played against Andrew Wiggins, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going. I'm not going as far as this guy's going. Like, there's
Mm-hmm.
no chance.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's ridiculous.
A freak.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like, there's no way. There's even other guys who weren't even close to him, but were still way better than me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you think I'm gonna get to that? Like, no, there's no chance.
Mm.
And those guys don't even make the NBA. Like, it was, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, so from early on, I was like, you know what, my goal is to play overseas professionally, and
You
got to
accomplished
be
it.
able to do it, man. And if for as short or as long, however it was, like it was, I got the chance to do it,
And you can say
and
you did it.
I got to travel the world. I got to live in
Yeah, yeah,
Spain for a
yeah.
little bit. I got to see some amazing cities and meet some amazing people and learn a lot
Mm-hmm.
and have a ton of fun and work hard. And it was great. It was great.
And another thing, I remember you told me this when you were in Spain. I remember the Domino's
Oh
over
yeah,
there because
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
never
Super
because you know
random.
me, I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
pizza, man. That's my
yeah,
favorite
yeah,
food. So I remember because like obviously over here, we're used to them cutting,
yeah, yeah,
like the pizza feast. So you have like the triangles, right? But over there, you said like they don't cut it over there.
yeah, yeah. You order a pizza and they
Just a
just give you
pie.
a pie. Give you a pie, and the guys, you get scissors and you
Yeah.
cut your own slices, and it's all. And then like even the Domino's when I was in, I didn't go to the Domino's much, like go to it when I was in Yeda, but my
Mm-hmm.
second season for the little short stint that I was there,
Yeah, yeah.
we went to the Domino's a couple times, and it's like an all you can eat, like a buffet. Like
Really?
yeah, like you pay $20 or €20 or whatever it is, and they just bring out pizzas for you, and they'll just bring out and
Just
you
keep
get
going
this,
till
and
you
yeah, they'll
stop.
just literally just at the table
Wow.
you finish, bring another pizza out, bring another pizza out. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all you can
yeah,
eat buffet at Domino's.
yeah.
Some little things, man, that are like
crazy.
Yeah. It was interesting.
It's like we don't have this over here in Canada. Like, what's going on over
nothing
there?
like that. Yeah.
How was the pizza over there though?
It was good. It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was good. It was good. It
Spain
wasn't
was doing their
anything.
thing.
Yeah.
They
Oh
were
yeah.
doing their thing.
It's Domino's,
Okay.
man. It's Domino's. I know they have a global recipe.
Yeah.
It's probably hard to mess
Just
up.
just open the book. This is what it is, right?
Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Cause I appreciate you.
Of course,
for
man,
doing this, like especially being on the first episode, you're someone special to me. I cherish you, and obviously, so I'm really glad to let the audience know the journey that you went through and now to where you are now. So it really means a lot. I appreciate you doing this. I love you always.
Love you, dude. Appreciate
you.
Man. Yeah.
And thank you guys for tuning in. Till next time.